Hello, everybody. I'm Corbin Hostler. This is Mighty Modern, and this is our Fevered Visions Boomerang deck. So it's a pretty awesome deck, and what we do is we lock our opponents off of mana. We bounce all their stuff. We get a Pyromancer Ascension or a Fevered Visions going to kill them. This hand here, our opponent's on the draw and has a mana dork. So this is, probably one of the better starts you can have against our deck, which really preys on the mid-range decks more so than necessarily these faster decks. But we might be all right here. He still actually has to put pressure on us, and Blood Moon into bouncing his mana dorks is a pretty reasonable thing. We have Days Undoing to reload later. We get to go ahead and Thought Scour ourselves here at the beginning and at least go ahead and cycle a card. Obviously, the play draw matters quite a bit as well in these situations. He's got a knight, huh? Okay. It's a good start for him. We have an Eye of Nowhere. Okay, well, we may as well just go ahead and start with the Eye of Nowhere on the knight. Next turn, we can Blood Moon him if we want. Don't know how effective that'll be, but what we really want is like a Pyromancer Ascension to get going here. If you didn't have the basic force, it'd be a lot easier. Yep, that's fine. So I think we'll just end up playing Blood Moon here regardless. Gosh, she has another mana dork though. It's pretty bad for us. Well, Anger of the Gods is going to be great here, but game one might be a little rough. There's a wipe away. Alright, I think we don't have a lot of choices here. We can play the Blood Moon. And I think we don't really have much choice. This is a start. He's not putting a ton of pressure on us thus far. And we have this Days Undoing to hopefully find gas later. Definitely going to want Anger of the Guards after sideboarding though, that's for sure. The only question is, can we pull out game one here? Now he can use this knight to sack this for a different color, which is actually what we'd really like to see. Because then we could get to a point where we can double bounce his mana dorks if he didn't have green mana. Yeah, basically the 3 mana dork is, in many cases, Knight of the Reliquary can function as a mana dork. Can be pretty rough for us. So we're really gonna, what we want to draw here is our Engulf the Shores so we can bounce this whole team. That's really important here. Alright, we're gonna take, oh, he's gonna go for it, huh? Alright. Okay, well this is a start. Well, it's another basic forest. Alright. Just wanted to make a clue, I guess. I wanted to play another knight. That's pretty good. It's all very, very good against us. Okay, well, this is pretty rough. 8, 11. So he could even 8, 11, 13. He could do like 13 to us here. We could wipe away one of them. That doesn't necessarily do much for us. We maybe need to cast Days Undoing here, because we need to find our... Yeah, this is kind of rough, but we just have to cast Days Undoing so we can find and Engulf the Shores. This also shrinks the knights, which is not irrelevant. Did not find what we needed, though. Yeah, shrinking those knights might be pretty good, though. We have 2 bounce spells or a bounce and a remand next turn. We're going to take some amount of damage here. Not looking great for the home team, but basically you don't really want to see someone go Noble Hierarch into Birds of Paradise into Knight of the Reliquary on the play against your Blood Moon deck. At least he can't get all the value off of this Tireless Tracker and fetch lands. That was not a very good Days Undoing for us either. We hit none of our cards that we look to win. Okay. Just growing a tireless tracker, that's fine. I wonder if this deck could use Echoing Truth in the sideboard. Like, how nice would it be to Echoing Truth in either Reliquaries? This deck could also use, I don't know what you would cut though, but I mean, we were kind of dying for Serum Visions in this deck. All right, well, look at that. We still got another basic forest, so all right. I guess he shuffled the last one in, so that makes sense. We'll see if we figure out a way to get there this game. Anger of the Gods is going to be very good against him after this. 4 mana to cast something, maybe. No, just kidding. Okay. Yep, needed white mana. That makes sense. Another knight. Knight number 3. Oh, Renegade Rally or get back his land. That's pretty good. It's a lot of ways to deal that are very good against us. So we're on Engulf the Shores or bust here. And gosh, now that he has 2 4s, yeah, it's not looking good. Gets better after sideboarding though. That's what we have going for us. So we're gonna take 6 this turn if he chooses to, or just 5 if it's just the tracker. Nope, we're gonna take 6. All right, come on, Engulf the Shores. Pyromancer Ascension, huh? Okay, that's a start. Because we can play this, boomerang the tracker when he attacks. Hopefully only take 7. And then I don't really know what the plan is. It would involve a lightning bolt, probably? A thought scour, perhaps? Oh my gosh, oh, we're incredibly dead. So we're dead to we just have to let this resolve. So if we remand it, we're dead to the board. Okay. Does that kill us? 4, 7, 9. That doesn't kill us. I don't think we have any outs though. We've shown him like one. He's kind of, he knows we're not just a Blue Moon deck at this point. Any of our outs are going to involve Thought Scour, I think. So we may as well wipe this away because we're not going to be doing anything else. Thought Scour, put a Boomerang into the graveyard, draw a Thought Scour off of it, cast that Thought Scour to get a counter on it, and cast Boomerang? I don't know. It's not looking good here. Don't know that we have a lot of outs. Alright, he's tanking on how just to respond to a split second card. Okay. Alright, so he kept 1 knight back even, so we're taking 7 here. Still live to draw our... Yeah, I mean, we could still draw Engulf the Shores. That would be a great draw here, actually. It would slow him down a ton. We'd even have Engulf the Shores plus Remand. It'd be very good for us. That's how we get back into the game. Alright, I refuse to block. Down to 4. Alright, Engulf the Shores or bust here. Yep. He's got 9 cards in hand. This would be perfect if we had any way to deal with this board. Alright. Engulf the Shores off the top, we have a shot. Come on, deck. Thought Scour. Alright. Now we're sort of talking, I guess. Let's go ahead and Thought Scour now. No reason not to, right? Remand Lightning Bolt time. We drew a land, so I think we're dead. because even if we were to remand something, we could not then be able to also, yeah, we're dead. Say we remand into Engulf the Shores, but we can't. All right, let's sideboard here. Now, this is sort of the deck that this would be good against. The Blood Moons are not very good here. They're not terrible, but they're not very good either. All right, so we have a lot of stuff to sideboard. What do we not need? Gosh, a whole bunch of stuff to sideboard. I honestly don't know how to sideboard with this deck. That's another problem. I mean, this is certainly the sort of matchup where this would be good. It's just so anti a combo with Days Undoing, which I'm boarding one or two out of anyways, so this is going to be a matchup where we just sort of value them out with removal and Anger of the Gods, and um, then just kill them with a Pyromancer Ascension or whatever. Remands aren't great. And we could cut, so we either decide that we're keeping this or we cut a Cage. Gosh, I do like the Rise from the Tides, though. That's the thing. I like it in this matchup a lot because he's, at the end of the day, playing fair. I mean, we cut another Days Undoing. This is the most anti, doesn't work with anything else our deck is doing, so we're leaning pretty heavily on Anger of the Gods here. And there is one. Okay, we're keeping this. This is pretty reasonable, I think. It's got multiple answers to his board. We got a Grafdigger's Cage to answer his Collected Companies preemptively. It's a good start. Now, obviously, we need to draw lands. Need to draw a lot of lands. Okay, confirmed to not a land, but we can go ahead and I have nowhere this to buy a turn. The fact he didn't have a mana dork means it's pretty good here. He'll go up to 9 cards, and if he just has a land pass, he actually has a discard. So in a way, it's like, alright, I have nowhere actually got a card from him. Let's see here. Really like to draw lands off the top of our deck. I'm really wondering if this deck needs a way to play Serum Visions. I think it might. Gosh, that would have been so good if we had a land, though. If we could have if we had land Fever Visions there, we would have been doing exactly what our deck wanted to do. And honestly been in a pretty good position this game. We'd have board wipes, we'd have wipeaways, and then Engulf the Shores for the bigger stuff. We'd be drawing gas. Greenwell Liberator, okay. I guess I will bounce your Greenwell Liberator. No, I'm not. Well, yeah, I do. Tempted to bounce a land there, but we just need to hit land. If we hit land and we play Fevered Visions, we're actually fine, but I think we're probably going to have to get to this turn. Okay, well, there's the Rex Sage. Which is not the end of the world. It's annoying, but... Alright, we hit a land. That's step one. We are going to have to shock ourselves here. Alright, but we got Fevered Visions down. Pyromancer Ascension's a nice draw, too. And we have 2 wipeaways to trigger it. That's why I was leery about casting a second Eye to Nowhere. Oh my gosh, he just has it all, though. Well, that's fine, I guess. He'll trade his Pride Mage for our Visions. If he's smart, he'll put the trigger on the stack, so he can draw a card. I'm just playing. If he kills our Fever Visions, I'm just slamming Pyromancer Ascension, obviously. Yeah, okay, so he is going to play it right. Sure. That's fine for us. Sure like to hit a land at some point in here, but we're actually still okay. I mean, we have this down. We're going to cast Anger of the Gods next turn if we need to. Don't really want to wipe away the Reclamation Sage and get our Ascension wrecked, but... And he's just got a company. Yep. Do your thing, man. Please don't be stuff that blows us out. That's all I ask. Be things to get Anger of the Gods did. Perfect. Yeah, come on, like... Oh, beautiful. Alright, this is great for us. Yep, okay, that's not a fetch land, so that's fine. All we can do is... Oh, great. Love it. Alright, we got a shot here. Take 3. Go to 11. Just want to draw lands. That's not a land, but it is what it is. Alright, we'll anger away the board. It's a very good anger for us. And he's down to 4 cards in hand. We have all kinds of cards if we can just draw land. And we have lots of ways to trigger Pyromancer Ascension. We had 2 duplicates in our hand already, so... Just need to draw some land here. And for him to not have another Collected Company. Okay, neither Reliquary, not a big deal. Voice of Resurgence, that's a bigger deal. We still can't draw lands. It's very sad. Let's mill ourselves and try, though. Thought Skywar's not the worst draw if it's not going to be a land. Fevered Visions, huh? Okay. Well, there's no Lightning Bolt in our graveyard. So we'll bolt down the Knight, take 2 from the Voice. We actually only have 2 islands, too, which is kind of relevant. Oh, this game is so winnable if we can draw lands. Toughness. Oh, great. Blown out by the 2/4. Come on, deck. Work with me here. Give me something. Now he's going to cast some more. Okay. Alright, that's a start. We take 6, go to 3, play Fevered Visions. Then we get to untap and return 3, hopefully 4 toughness less things. I think that's what we have to do. And I think that's reasonable. We'll take 3, or take 6, go to 3. But we'll have a Fevered Visions engine online. We'll have Engulf the Shores. And like the first Engulf the Shores will set his board, and then we'll start being able to take up our Ascension. Alright. Let's hope it works. Not dead yet. Alright, there's that. Great, that's perfect. We can fetch an island out with that. So as long as he doesn't kill us. Him drawing that Collected Company on top is going to be kind of rough, but it's probably beatable. Alright, so he's got a Collected Company. So I can play this land tapped and plan on engulfing the shores for 4. So let's set it on our instep because he's going to company on our instep, obviously. And I don't want to give him a... We can give him this token, it would be fine. It actually wouldn't, depending on how it works, because this would trigger on this getting cast. So then if it's had 4 toughness or less, so if we did it in response to Collected Company or whatever to get rid of it, obviously that's not going to happen. So he would end up with it. So actually casting this on his turn would leave him with a voice token behind that we couldn't do anything about, but it wouldn't be able to kill us and we don't tap into another one. Alright, so he'll company at the end of the turn. We will probably allow that to resolve and then engulf the shore. Hopefully returning his entire board. He's only got 1 land still in his graveyard, so a neither Reliquary wouldn't be too big. Next turn we can fetch down to 2, have another engulf the shores up for 5 or less, which is pretty good. And now we have Fevered Visions going to build up some gas here. I'd like to draw basically any duplicate of a spell at this point, but Thought Scour would probably be the best one. Alright, so let's see how this goes. Okay. I would like to draw the card. Fork Bolt, not the worst. Okay, so we'll pass priority to him, and he did not company, interesting. Oh gosh, now I can company into a Pride Mage. That's terrible for us. Alright, well we will engulf the shore. I mean, we have to give him this. I thought he would company on the end of our turn, but it does make sense for him not to. But if he actually faces an option here, because if he allows us to resolve, it's going to bounce his elemental. Yeah, so that's actually completely fine. Now, he does have the ability to rebuild quite a bit when he needs 4 cards in his hand for this to trigger, so... Okay, so he's going to shoot down probably our Visions, maybe our Ascension. He should shoot down the Ascension. It gets more dangerous to him. He wants a Fevered Vision, that's fine. We need the Ascension more than the Visions, I think. He takes 2. He's got a discard, sure. Alright, so we have a path to winning this game. We need to not draw blanks, but we do have a path to winning. Okay, well, let's... Needed those earlier, not necessarily now, but we will fetch. Being a 2 is fine. Get a land out of our deck. We can do nothing. I could Forked Bolt this. That actually seems better. Let's just get this thing off the field. Don't want to mess around with stupid tokens all day. This will cause him to play his creatures out pre-combat, and then we can engulf the shore. Or just wipe it away. I'll probably just... Gosh, his voices are annoying. I could wipe away the token so we don't die. That doesn't put a counter on our Ascension, but actually having Engulf the Shore being the spell that gets doubled later might be good because of the voice tokens. I could also do nothing. I could Engulf the Shore when he attacks. Don't think I like that. I think I'm just going to wipe away the token. Because this makes our next wipe away put a counter on our Ascension. Okay, well we need to draw non-land now. Anger would be so good off the top right here, wouldn't it? Anger of the Gods? Days Undoing, huh? Interesting one. Sweet anti-synergy, like we talked about. Alright, well, when he attacks, we'll go ahead and engulf the shore again. We'll get our first counter. There's actually a lot of different ways this could go. Because he could attack. We could engulf the shore. Then we could wipe away. And we could actually have both counters on our Ascension. And then the Days Undoing gives us repeatable stuff. Maybe I should have just done that on my turn. Hey, these stupid voice tokens are annoying. Good news is... Oh, it actually worked. They weren't big enough because they were 4/4s, so we had enough to bounce them. Sweet. So that's actually completely fine. Alright, down to 1. Alright, so I think we wipe away here to put counters on our Ascension. Yeah, he's definitely representing Collected Company. Yeah, I think I want counters on my Ascension because if things go well, it doesn't matter. If they go poorly, we need a Days Undoing and be able to double spells on his turn. Okay, here we go. We could also just draw something good. We boarded out those Remands, and now the collecting companies are kind of wrecking us. Thought Scour is a nice one. Very good one here. Alright, we'll draw 2. Couldn't always yes to this, and always yield to this. So Fevered Visions. There's an island. Okay, well, we play at the island. So I could play Fevered Visions. The thing is, if he has company, we're going to die. And playing Fever Visions makes us die to that company. Whereas playing Days Undoing gives us a lot more outs. That's fine. We can cast Days Undoing here. And make sure I have a stop on his turn, since it just ends the turn. So yeah, I mean, it's whatever the Days Undoing is, but it doesn't matter. Now that we have counters on the Ascension, it actually doesn't matter that we end the turn. And he does have the company. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we have to hit bounce spells, but we knew that. At least there's no revolt. Always, yes please. Only one of these will actually resolve. So we need to hit Boomerang works. Boomerang keeps us alive. A lot of good stuff here, actually. Okay. So we'll Boomerang copy it, so that keeps us from dying this turn. Then he'll replay stuff, and we will untap into Anger of the Gods. I like what we're doing here. I think we might get out of this one. And there's actually no reason to Boomerang when I can just wipe away. Even with the split second. As long as his spell is on the stack. Okay. So it's not like he can respond to the Ascension trigger. Because the triggered ability still happens, so our Ascension still goes off. Unless I'm wrong. He can't do any. Whatever he's trying to do, he can't do. Now, the truly unfortunate thing for us is that we shuffled Quasali Pride Mages back into his deck and then let him draw 7 and Rex Sages. So that's actually going to kill us more than anything. That's the biggest problem we have. Well, there's nothing we can do but hope. So the good news, I mean, he's at 11, and we have an Ascension active. We've been sent a message. Yeah, why can't I respond? Split second. Don't know what he'd be responding with, actually. Well, even if he did have a Pride Mage or a Rex Sage here, we could play our Ascension, we could Anger. Alright, so yeah, it looks like he's trying to respond to our Pyromancer Ascension trigger, which, as we just determined, doesn't work because of split second. Alright, so we're alive. We'll see where it goes from here. This is a deck we played a couple weeks ago. This Green-White Renegade Riley deck. It's pretty good. It's a very good, strong mid-range deck. That doesn't do anything unfair. It's just a very fair, value-oriented deck with a pretty good toolbox. Dang it. Okay, well, Ascension down. Oh my gosh. That's kind of whatever, actually. Oh, good. We can actually anger all that away. Alright, so we'll anger those things out. We will play 2 Ascensions out. But we are in trouble because we don't have any duplicates. And he has 7 cards in hand. So I would say we are going to need to draw Thought Scours or we're going to die. At least we We got rid of that. That Pride Mage. Oh, wow. That's all he... Oh, he's got another company. Okay. Come on, deck. Engulf the Shores? Engulf the Shores would be great. Is he going to company in our upkeep? No. Lightning Bolt. Okay, that works. I'm actually just going to Fort Bolt, but... do 2, because he can obviously Gavany Township it. Lightning Bolt keeps us around for a minute longer. Now, if he has another company or something, we're just dead. We really desperately need to draw a duplicate spell. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's very, very good. Man, he's got just like actual all the answers to us. Oh, he prevented all damage it would do. Interesting, okay. I don't know. I don't know about this matchup. He has so many cards that are so good against us. Oh, it's a company. Alright, well, we need him to whiff or we're dead. He did not, and we've died. Man, that's rough. Okay, well, good match. That deck seems very difficult for our deck to beat, but good games.